never over. The journey has no port. The adventure never ends because we are always on the way.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Project Zomboid. Your host Nubs, as we continue our adventures of trying to figure out how to survive while playing Project Zomboid. So, on our last episode, we basically went and got all of the books that we could possibly get from the bookstore, which was great that we did that. But what I'm thinking here is that we're going to definitely need more bookshelf space. And so I'm thinking about putting some bookshelves in here to help increase our bookshelf space. But the problem is I have these stupid chairs in the way that I don't know exactly what to do with. So I figured we're probably just going to need to get rid of them. And so we will take them, we'll just take them next door for now. Eventually we are going to end up we're going to eventually end up finding or building a fence around this house as well. I cannot find the light switch for this room. There's gotta be a light switch somewhere. Let's see if we can right click around the area and see if we can find it by doing that. No. Okay. That's not working. Alright, let's just turn the light on in here, maybe. What the heck? That's a light switch. I know what it is. Why is it not working? Come on. There we go. Alright, so we'll just, let's see here. What can we do? How can we do this? I don't want to really take up a lot of the space over there, so we'll just set these couches down over here. There we go. So what I figured we can do is, instead of crafting our own bookshelves, we'll just pick up a bunch of this furniture and end up with, what we'll do is we'll just pick up a bunch of this furniture, end up with a bunch of empty space. Oh, come on, I need a hammer. And then from there we will go out and grab a bunch of bookshelves, just to make it easier. Crafting them obviously would be the best way to go, but eventually here we are going to end up building another fence around the property here to basically up the security for the base. And I figure at that point I'll probably earn enough, carpentry skill points that should be able to. What I should do actually is, why am I so heavy here? Oh, because I have a big bag. Put that in the secondary. We should be able to. What we should do though, before we do all that stuff, is we should make sure that our carpentry is at the level to make the next best wooden fence. Basically, is what I'm saying. That way when we create the new fence, we can start out with it already being the level that we want it to be. Clip secondary. I did want to check this. Capacity 20. Okay, yeah, they are both big hiking bags. I was worried that maybe one of them is not a big hiking bag. So we'll put the saw away. Oops, not clips. Oops. My bad. Unequip. Equip secondary. And equip primary. There we go. Okay, now I'm still overburdened, and I really don't know why I'm still overburdened. Let's get rid of these 2 bowls. That'll make a big difference. And then I also want to take this key and see if I can add it to my key ring. No. I thought you could just add it to the keyring. I guess you cannot add it to the keyring. I was thinking about doing that just to get rid of it. Okay. Can't do that. That's no big deal. We'll deal with that. I guess we just have to deal with the fact that it's in our inventory. And we're hungry. So let's get ourselves some fruit salad or vegetable salad. And we're also getting tired. Might as well put this bowl away. Got 29 bowls, that's probably more than enough. So let's get some sleep. And I just realized I left the front door open, and the door to the fence is also open. That's not very smart. Hopefully there's no zombies in the house or on the property. At this point, I highly doubt it. Just because we are starting out at the... What the heck happened there? What is on the ground here? Oh, White Lazy Couch, part 1 of 2. Alright, let's go ahead and grab the other one too, see if we can. There we go. Oh, can't grab it right now because we're over at too much weight already. Whoa. Did not want to do that. Just have to figure out somewhere to put this couch. I figure we'll put it right over here. Wonder if I can just set it down like this. There we go. That's good enough. Not really worried about actually putting it together, setting it up. I mean, the only thing you can really do with couches anyways is sit and sleep on them. Which is not very useful in the game. Close this door. Close this door. Gotta keep the zombies out. So I figured today what we're gonna do is get rid of that furniture, which we just did. And then we will see if I can you know what, let's just do this. Just because I know that I'm going to end up at having to empty out some of these bookshelves around the area. so I want to make sure that whatever I have in my personal inventory goes in here. There we go. That way, basically, when we empty the bookshelves to pick them up, we don't have to worry about anything being in our inventory that we actually don't want in the bookshelves themselves. So we'll just take this stuff and see if there's a shelf in here. There's a box, we can use that. Just grab all this stuff like this, all of that in there. Oops, close myself. I'm always doing that, closing myself inside of the rooms. Either I'm trying to seriously, I need a hammer. That makes absolutely no sense. Why would I need a hammer in my hand to pick up a bookshelf? That doesn't make sense. Whatever. All right. Probably the best way to do this would be take the car and go up to the bookstore and just grab a bunch of the bookcases there. But I figure I just need a couple of them, just enough to start getting some of these books out of my inventory. Alright, so we'll set that down right here. Actually, you know what? Let's put it against the wall like this. Sort of like that painting, so I'd rather be able to see it. There we go, that works. And what's on the ground? Some unusable wood. Some nails. Let's load all this stuff up. Set the plank, oops, wrong box. Set the plank in here. The nails can go in this bag. Let's put the sheet of paper and the unusable wood in here. Perfect. Alright. Now for this bookshelf, we're just going to start putting books on there. See how many we can fit on in one bookshelf. Just highlight them all. I'll eventually end up separating the magazines from the books. Alright. Looks like that emptied out that. And what do we got? 13.9 of 40. Nice. So we could probably get all of these books on there as well. Let's see if they'll fit. Nice, it worked. Nice, great. So all I have to do is, that's it. All I need is all I really need is that one bookshelf. Oh, that saves some time. I was figuring I was gonna have to grab like 3 or 4 of them. Let's grab like 3 of these. So we have some on us. Alright, I'm also gonna grab another water bottle. I figured that was actually gonna take us a lot longer than what it did take us to do all that. I really did think that was gonna take an enormous amount of time. I think I'm just gonna try to put everything in one bag. I was thinking about this earlier also to free up one of these bags so that and it's only 12 of 22, so yeah, that's still pretty good. What's in here? You can put the map. Actually, you know what? I want to read the map real quick. Click primary. Take the hammer, put that in there. What I figured today we'd do is try some fishing. Try our luck at fishing. We're gonna go ahead and take the one that's full. We're gonna need a trowel. We'll put that back later because we're gonna get some bait by using the trowel. And we're gonna take a fishing net trap with us as well. Let's take the tackle. Sounds like it's raining outside. Yep, sure is. What we're gonna do is cook this in our primary. And we're just gonna get ready for gardening. So I figure now what we're the main reason why I'm doing this is to get some worms. Now when you are doing your gardening, you want to do it like this. You want to separate them by squares. And the reason why you want to do this is because if one of your plants gets a disease and it's sitting right up against another plant, then what's going to happen is that the disease will spread to a plant that's healthy. So you want to separate them so that they're each plant is by itself. Did we get any worms yet? Yes, we got a couple worms. We're gonna use those to go fishing. Figure we'd just have an off day where we'd go do something different. Go do some fishing. I do want to go down to the police station soon and get some weapons down there. I do believe there's also a gun store here in Muldrow. We're definitely going to want to go there soon, because not very much time is going to pass now between when zombies are going to be just out in large numbers. So we kind of want to get all that weapon stuff now while we can. And I was also thinking about building a deck on the outside of the house here. I just don't know if I even can. Probably this is more, like way more than enough for gardening. I really don't think I'm gonna need this much, but I'm just doing this just to get some worms and do it in our area. Or so, you know, I mean, we're gonna have to do this anyways, sooner or later. Alright. So we got 10 worms. That should be good. Let's get out of the rain. And, oops. Go to the gardening one and put our trowel away. I should have some bath towels in here. Yes, let's dry ourselves. I think once, okay, it's already wet. So I'm pretty wet to myself. Okay, there we go. We can just put those back in there, though they will eventually dry themselves out on their own. Alright. How many vegetable salads do we have? None. Oh, really? We're really already out of vegetable salads altogether? Seriously? How many did I take? Oh, we only had 4? Alright. Well, let's make ourselves some food here while it's raining outside and we're waiting for the rain to stop. Probably don't need this many bowls, but we'll just take them all. Alright. Let's grab the lettuce. And we're going to create salad from... How do I have a pork chop fresh cooked? Is that in the fridge? Oh yeah, because all that stuff, that's right, I just cooked that stuff, okay. Can't add frozen food. You butt nuggets. From lettuce. Create salad from lettuce. Create salad from lettuce. So basically just put the original ingredient, the first ingredient in there, whatever you want it to be, a meat or vegetable. In this case, lettuce. So we're making a couple of these. We'll make like what? We'll make them until we'll use up our lettuce, basically, is what I'm thinking. Let's go ahead and just keep making them until we run out of lettuce. There we go. So now we're out of lettuce. So we made 11 of them. Now what you can do is we want to come over here and add pepper and spice. Add pepper and spice. Pepper and spice. And you're just going to spice up each of these. Making some salads. Yeah. I like salads. Very nice. Alright. And what about salt? Add some salt in there as well. I just find it easier to add all the spices first before you make the salad even more, you know, adding other vegetables and so on and so forth in there. It's just a lot easier. A heck of a lot easier. There we go, add some mayo. Since we don't have any other kind of salad dressing. Salad dressing. Okay, so then once you get that done, take whatever spices you have left over and put them back where they belong. And then head back over to the fridge. And then what we want to do is we want to add things. So let's see, let's add some tomato. So that'll bring the tomato into our inventory. So we're just adding some tomato. Oh, out of tomato, so we'll add zucchini to these guys. Nope, out of zucchini, so let's add some avocado. Add some avocado to these guys. Now once you start adding a bunch of different ingredients into a food type, it'll actually remove it and rename it as something else, like a vegetable salad, which is, I believe, what we can see down below. You can see it's just getting rid of them and put in. You see the number here? Watch, it'll drop to 4. Oh, I guess not on that one. Okay, let's try another one. Okay, so it just needs a certain amount in there. Let's add some radish. So wow, I might actually need to start gardening sooner than I thought. And start foraging sooner than I thought. Okay, so now we have these vegetable salads, and you can see their nutrition level has gone up. So what I do now is I look at the ones that have the lowest nutrition level, and then I'm going to add something to bring that nutrition level up, so that they all have, you know, fairly the same amount of nutrition level. And that's what we're looking to do here, is try to get them all to be about the same nutrition-wise. Let's add some leek in there, see if that'll make a big difference. Add some corn. Looks like we're out of corn already. What about carrots? Bell pepper. Eggplant. And when you see that little red number 1 come down at the bottom, that means that you're out of the particular item that you're trying to add to it. Sometimes you click too fast before the system can catch up. And basically it's just another way of saying that this option is no longer available. Add some pickles, why not? And one thing that happens really quickly is that some of your food will, wow, holy cow. Okay, let's just put these away in here for now. Some of your food will actually go rotten real quickly as you pull it out of the refrigerator. That just means that, you know, obviously it's rotten. So you got to be careful about adding rotten food to your food. You do not want to add rotten food to your food. And it shouldn't even actually, to be honest with you, it shouldn't even give you the option to add that to your to your salads or whatever meal that you're making. If it's rotten, you shouldn't get the option to. From what I remember, you just automatically do not get the option to add that. So just to keep that in mind. So I hope that's helpful. All right, so let's. Can't believe a bunch of salads made us weighed down and started getting sick from it. Just add all this rotten stuff in here. Now I don't know if there's anything else I need to do to turn this into compost besides just sit it in the box. Get compost 0% full, 10% or more required, empty sandbag required. Okay. So I don't think there's anything else I need to do as far as that's concerned. Alright, so we're really, really tired and exhausted right now, so let's go ahead and get some sleep. Alright. So it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Now I was thinking that it might be a good idea to take a tent kit with us on our camping trip. And I want to look at our crafting here. Survivalist, make campfire kit. A plank, 3 planks plus like a book or a twig. I don't know why there's 2 of them. That's kind of weird. Alright, so we need 3 planks and like a rip sheet or something like that. So grab 1, 2, 3. There we go. And like a twig. Alright, so right click on it. Make campfire kit. Alright, good. Now we got a campfire. We'll put that in there as well with all of our camping gear. We're gonna go camping, y'all. We're gonna go camping, y'all. And then let's see here. Let's take oops, wrong button. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just take 5. The woods. And then like 5 twigs. That should be good. How much do these charcoal weigh? 8. Let's take a charcoal too. Just in case, so we have plenty of campfire materials. So we got our fishing pole, fishing rod. Let's see. Now there should be a way to primary. And then I think we need to take the tackle and put it in here. Right click on the tackle. No. Right click on that. How the heck do I add the tackle to the? Okay, that's confusing. It says you need to increases chance of catching attached to fishing rod before use. Okay, well then how do you do that? Maybe my fishing skill is not high enough for me to be able to attach it or even use it. That doesn't work. I would know better than that. It doesn't work. Alright, well. We do have our worms. Alright, well, we'll just go ahead and put that back in there. The fishing tackle, I'm not really sure right now how to get that to work. I'm thinking that maybe I have to have the pole in both hands. Let's try that. No, it's either a primary or a secondary. Alright. So it stopped raining. Oh, wait. We need... Let's think about bringing a flashlight. With a good battery in there. So let's grab one. We'll leave the battery that's in there now, might as well. And grab that. Why is this not going over? Oh, because it won't fit there, genius. And I think you need to equip secondary. Of course, that makes me overweight by a lot. So maybe we can do this. Unequip. Equip secondary. Equip primary. There we go. Now, I do believe the lake is down in this general direction. We'll take a look at the map here. Where'd the map go? There we go. Okay, so there's the base. So off this house and just go up basically at a 45-degree angle. So it should be right down in this general direction. Running through the woods. Running through the woods. I figure just travel down this way and see if we can find a clearing. Where this little pond is at. Running through the woods is such a pain in the butt. Get snagged up on all these trees. There you go, here's a clearing. And here's the pond. Nice. I was also thinking about building like a little, hut down here, just to have something, for protection, some place to hang out here. All right, so let's get our campfire kit. How do you do this again? Build it there. Okay, there we go. Build fire. There we go. And put right over here. Put up a tent. Oops. Put up a tent. Let's clear this remove grass. Let's remove this grass. Make it kind of neat. There we go. Use the grass as a bedding. Put up tent. Figure set it right there. Should be good enough. Alright. Add fuel. Let's use unusable wood. Add 2 of them in there. Add fuel, twigs, 2 of them. So apparently the charcoal you cannot add as fuel. Only the twigs and the unusable wood. That's fine. We'll just save the charcoal for some other time. Looks like we're hungry here, so we're gonna eat this. Alright. Don't need the flashlight anymore, so we'll turn that off. I can't even tell if it's on or off anymore right now. Oh, turn on, turn off. Okay, that's good. So don't need that anymore. We'll put that away. So put the battery in there. Yeah, you should be able to. It's pretty light. So take the fishing trap. Place fishing net. There we go. I don't know how long it's gonna take to get something out of there. Drink some of our water here. Fishing rod. The primary. And then it should be, I think. Okay, why am I unable to fish? I thought you just right click and then you're able to fish. What the hell? Do I need to... Well, maybe I need to put the worms in my primary. There we go. Okay, needed to have the bait in the primary. So this happens like this. He just basically casts in. You wait for the time. It almost sounds like I hear banging in the background too. It looks like he just keeps fishing too. That's nice. Wonder what happens if I look around. Okay, I see he still fishes. Nice. And I think per couple of casts, it takes up one of these worms. Got a small perch. I wonder if his skill increases with fishing. I wonder any kind of skill is increasing with this. Doesn't look like anything right now. Oh. There's the fishing. Now, what you see here is that from reading a book. So I'll get a bonus to any kind of activity that involves cooking and electrical, but I didn't read a book about fishing. I probably should have read that, Fishing for Beginners, before I came out here to do this. probably should have brought a trowel with me too. Got a little bait fish, fresh uncooked. Because I'm quickly going through my, very quickly going through the worms here. Should have brought a trowel out here. I got to dug around the ground here and got some. And I'm wondering if, oh, medium panfish. Nice. Oh, we got a big bass too. Nice. Ah, great. I wonder if your skill has to be so much before you're able to use the lures. We got a small perch, got a medium panfish, bait fish, a big bass. Can't beat that. Doing good so far for the amount of worms we got. Figured we'd just do a little bit of fishing here. I wonder what will happen if I take the lures and put them... I'd have to equip the big hiking bag to open it up though. If I just put those lures in my... what was that? A small catfish, okay. Definitely not the best eating in the world, but hey, I'm not gonna complain. It's a source of protein, can't beat that. Whoa, gunshot. Somebody just went apeshit. Gonna have to fix up our baseball bat too while we're at it. Wonder if we'll catch anything else while we're at it. The big crappie fish. A big crappie fish. We caught a big crappie fish. Big crappie fish. Nice. I figure I'll just leave the net in there for a couple days and come back to it and then take a look and see how exactly that works. Big bass, big crappie, medium pan, small bass, okay. That's what we just caught just now, was a small bass. Alright, last worm. One more cast, I guess. Should get one more cast out of it, I guess. And he's still casting away. I don't have any more bait, so it's probably... Oh, yeah, I do. I guess maybe until this is gone. Once this is gone, then I guess that means that the bait's used up. I don't know exactly how many casts you get before the bait is used up. Seems like less than what it's allowing me to do now. I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe it's just glitched out. You'd think that would go away. It's not doing anything. So let's clip that in the secondary. I still have a worm though. That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. So let's take all our fish. Let's put them in our bag. Get rid of some of that weight, yeah? took up 21 pounds. Holy cow, no wonder. Wonder how much of this fish I can fit in this bag. Okay, got it all in there. Now what happens if I put this in here like this? And go like this. Looks like it's still using the worm. I think my fishing skill has to be so high before I'm able to use the tackle. That would be my guess. I don't know why it's still using the worm. I mean, it should be gone by now. But I can eat it. That's weird. Unequip. Oh, okay, so I guess you gotta put, press unequip. But we did get a small pike out of that. Can't beat that. And I don't think it'll fit anywhere. A pike is a good fish, too. Put our baseball bat back in our hands. Put the fishing rod away. And looks like I need a cigarette. Now I'm wondering about this. Check trade. Got just some more bait fish. Alright. So we're just gonna leave this stuff here, down here for now. And there's no real reason to leave that, or I mean to take it back with us, especially considering that we're already overweight. Wandering through the woods here. Alright, let's bring this stuff back to the house. Nice. I figure what we could do is we can use chop ourselves like a path out of the forest there, so we can easily get down to the river without any problems. Put these in the freezer. You see what I'm saying? We'll use we'll chop ourselves out a path through the forest to get down to the pond without any problems, and then use some of that wood to create a small cabin down there, or at least a fence, you know, around our tent or something like that. You know, something that's gonna keep us safe from zombies in the future. Can I not put any more in the freezer? I cannot put any more in the freezer. Alright, so we'll just put all this. I can't put it in the refrigerator either. Oh my goodness. Wait, no. Go back to refrigerator. That might help. Yeah. Should be able to throw that in the refrigerator. Big bass and crappie. Nice. Got some good stuff from that trip. Alright, so let's put our fishing rod and tackle away in here. And then let's get the charcoal, the twigs, and unusable wood. Let's put all that stuff back in there as well, because we're not going to need it. Oops. There we go. It looks like we're hungry. So let's, I'm thinking we'll, get ourselves cook up some of that fish that we got, yeah? That sounds good, right? Let's check inside here and make sure that everything's good. Oh, we've got some more bait fish. Probably want to put that away. Fill our water bottle. Put that away. Oops. And then probably just put this flashlight and stuff away. The flashlights are okay, but I find them pretty much useless, to be honest with you. I did want to add the flashlight into the game just because I felt like maybe in some of the areas it was too dark. So give me a second, we'll be right back and we'll cook up some of this fish.